Howdy folks, Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. It's time for another gaming vlog. Strap yourselves in, let's go. So, it has been a while since I did a video because I was on vacation. And my wife and I went to St. George, Utah, down about 4 hours from here, and went to Zion National Park and that type of thing. That was the first half of our vacation spent down there. Did some hiking and that type of thing. Had a few margaritas, had some beers, the whole bit, you know. So that was the first half, and then the second half we had planned to come home and do some much needed projects around the house and so forth, including some here for myself here in my game room and everything. So we did that, and so the vacation was excellent. And then yesterday, the reason I decided to do this as a vlog was yesterday, from a gaming standpoint, was a very frustrating day. And I'll go into a little detail here. So, we had done the projects that we wanted to do. It was the last day, basically the last day of my vacation, and I said I'm gonna get on and I'm gonna do some things gaming wise that I've been wanting to do. Number one, I wanted to try Overwatch. I'd gotten into the beta. I think everybody did, but I saw that I had a beta invite or whatever, so downloaded it, went to connect, and I got the couldn't connect to game servers type of a deal going on. And so I go onto the forums and I see that this has affected certain accounts. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There was no fix for it. No get around, no walk around, no, just if you're one of the accounts that got hit with that particular bug, tough. So I figured, well, I can't do that. So jumped on to Star Wars: The Old Republic, which if you follow my channel, you know that I have been playing that MMO again for a while, and I'd been wanting to work on, they have an achievement called the Legendary Player, where you have to finish all 8 of the storylines, one for each class, and then you get that achievement, and it unlocks a couple things for you and whatnot. And it just seemed like, because I was enjoying going through all of the individual storylines, it seemed like a natural thing to progression to do that. And so I logged on, and to find out that I had finished the Bounty Hunter, the class, quest line, storyline, whatever you want to call it, and I had unlocked the Bounty Hunter one. But I log in to find out that the game had just unceremoniously taken that away. So I go to the forums for that game, and I find out that indeed that has been a bug that has affected quite a few people that had already finished the Bounty Hunter quest line. And so your option at that point was, well, you could start from scratch and do another Bounty Hunter all the way up till you finish the storyline, which is about level 50. Or you can wait. And they didn't say, they don't know when they're going to be able to patch it. They think it'll be for the next patch, but they're not sure, that type of thing. So I said, well, that put a sour taste in my mouth, because I'm thinking, why am I running on the hamster wheel, going after the dangling carrot of the legendary player type of thing, if a game-breaking bug, to me that's a game-breaking bug, where that can just, they can just take a major achievement from you, it just goes away. I just didn't feel like playing anymore. I was like, you know what, I'll take a break from it, and I'll move on to something else. So then I decided I hadn't played Fallout 4 for a while, so I got back on Fallout 4. There had been 2 DLCs. There had been the Automatron, I think, or Automatron update, which was about the robots, which allowed you to build your own robots, customize them and everything. And then there was a short quest line involved. So I had done that, but I hadn't done the most recent one, which was Wasteland Workshop, which is basically a bunch of updates for your settlements, for lack of a better term, your homes in the game that you build. And I was enjoying it. I saw quite a bit of things that they had added, neon signs and things like that you could add to your settlements, and a lot of customizing available, for your settlements now. And one of the main things that they did was they created these, they put these cages in the game that allow you to capture different enemies in the game. And then there's an arena that you can put down, and you can actually pit them against one another. You could have a Death Claw fighting a gunner or a raider or a mutant, super mutant, whatever. And I found out that I had seen somewhere that the gorillas, the synthetic gorillas from the Institute, were one of the cages you could put out to catch a gorilla, and they were actually the most effective. You can also, before I say this, you can there is a way to pacify whatever it is that you capture, and then make them basically defenders of your settlement. So you could have super mutants and Death Claws defending your settlement. And the gorillas apparently have the best stats or whatever for defending your settlement. And plus the gorillas just look freaking cool. So I decided, well, yeah, I'll do that, And then I saw I didn't have the option to build the gorilla cages. And so, of course, back to the forums again. And it turned out that kind of a working as intended type of a deal was that sorry about that, folks. I don't know if you could tell, I had to abruptly stop the video because I was sitting here doing this video and I'm starting to smell smoke, like something's burning. And as I'm doing the video, at first I was like, well, every once in a while, when we play the game and stuff like that, we'll have incense burning or something. I thought, well, maybe I just got a little whiff of that or something. But it kept getting stronger. And so I'm sitting there trying to talk, to the camera and everything, and I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, no, I got to stop. I got to find out what the hell is burning. And so, of course, I stopped the video. And so I smelled it down here in my basement. And I couldn't figure out what it was, so I went over to the closet over there, that's over there, right there, and that's where the hot water heater and everything is. And I opened it, make sure nothing was burning in there, whatever, and that's, boom, it hits me, and, but nothing was burning. And then I realized that there's a vent, an outside air vent, for the hot water, both the hot water heater and for the furnace to vent to. And I thought, well, maybe it's coming from outside. So I go outside, and we live right next to a farmer's field. And when I say right next, we're 15 feet. There's a little road, and on the other side of the road, there's a barbed wire fence and his field. That's it. And so he was doing one of those controlled burns on his property. And he's doing it all up along the fence line, several different places. But the problem was that the wind is blowing it directly across the street into our homes here, all of us that live here, and now my entire basement smells like smoke. I mean, it's strong, and I'm hoping that it will dissipate. I just checked again, and he was I have no idea what the hell he was burning, but he was putting it out with something, with water, dousing it with something. I don't know what the purpose of that was, other than to piss off the fucking neighbors. Because he didn't, it's all green out there. It's not like he's burning brush or anything else like that. I'm not sure what that's all about. But anyway, that is why I had to stop the video so quickly. Sorry about that. And I was noticeably distracted for a moment. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So, the bottom line was, without going into a lot of detail, whatever, the Fallout 4 thing with the gorilla cages and all that stuff, it is either a bug or it's kind of one of those working as intended things that's going to piss off a lot of people, because you had to finish, the bottom line is you had to finish the game a certain way and do a certain thing, or you won't have access to be able to capture gorillas and use them for your settlements and everything. And there's no way of knowing that, because we finished the game months ago. You know, most of us finished the storyline months ago, so there's no way for us to have known that, you know. So they're either going to have to do something about it. I think they're going to have to just open it, unlock it for everybody and so forth. There is a mod, but the mods right now are disabled if you have opted into the beta, which I have, so I can't really use the mods. So bottom line is, so Fallout 4 frustrated me, Star Wars: The Old Republic frustrated me, and Overwatch frustrated. So I said, that's it, I'm done. You know, off the computer and went and watched TV. That was it. So I don't know if you've ever had one of those days where, you know, bugs and shit were just getting to you, you know, but that was it for me. I was done. On a much more positive note, if you remember, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I used to play in a Pathfinder group, not that long ago. But so I have my D&D group here, and then I was also traveling to go to not too far, 20 minutes away or so, to go to a Pathfinder game every other week. And I quit that group because I was a little bit overwhelmed with work, and I'm working with TSR and doing my YouTube channel, and I'm on call all the time with my daytime job, and so it was just a bit much. But the hostess, she has moved 2 blocks from me, easily within walking distance, just a couple blocks, and she's actually in the same neighborhood. So she called me and said, "Hey, we've moved in, and we're wondering if you wanted to join back with the group." And the timing was actually, you know, pretty good, because I'm caught up pretty much after the vacation and everything. I'm caught up with the rest of my life and everything. And she said, you know, that she doesn't have her game room built. She hasn't built out her basement yet. It's a brand new home, you know, but, and I said, well, yeah, the timing might be good. And I said, we could even do it here in the tavern. So that's what we're going to do. So I decided to join back with the Pathfinder group. So every other Saturday we're going to be doing that here too. So we're going to have the D&D group here and the Pathfinder group. So I'm sure I'll be able to share some good stories from that and everything. So that is the gaming vlog. Sorry about the little hiccup there in the middle there with Farmer Fred over here. But anyway, that'll do it for this one, guys. We'll catch you on the flip side.